Welcome you all, and thank you for participating in the Agile Hive review of October 2024. As you can see, Michael is not here today. He's on vacation, so I'm going to present to you the changes of the last 4 weeks for Agile Hive Data Center. As a quick reminder, the next review is going to be on the 19th of November 2024. And as always, the note, we are currently recording this Google Meet, and we will publicly share it on YouTube later on. So if you want to ask some questions, you can always do so in the chat, or you can just disable your video if you're fine with audio and ask questions verbally. Right, so I will go into detail what we have been up to in the last 4 weeks. There are a couple of things I want to present you today. The first thing is 2 features. The first one is JQL in the unplanned issues sidebar views. So as you might know, on the breakout board and the different roadmaps we have, you can open a sidebar and filter the unplanned issues. This filter is now fully JQL compatible. So you can use any JQL you want in these filters, and you can also enter any ordering you want that will be ordered. If you click on the quick filter on the right, the quick filter will be applied to the JQL, so you can then modify the quick filter if you want, and everything will be filtered and ordered as you want. This feature is going to be released in 3.72. As well as the next one, which is also JQL and ordering, but on the reports, to be precise, on the art and solution reports, there you currently already can filter with JQL and with quick filters, but ordering is not working as of now. And with this feature, you then will be able to order the issues on the reports, but only when you disable or hide the parents of the issues. As of now, we have, I think, a ticket in the backlog for the view with the parents, where you can also filter or order. You can always filter them, but ordering will also be applied when you have the features, the parent of the features or the parent of the capabilities visible. A small improvement we applied. We introduced a warning for character limit on PI names. So if you create or edit planning intervals, some of you encountered the issue that the sprint names were truncated. This is because sprint names have a hard limit in Jira, I think, of 30 characters. I don't know exactly, but I think it's 30 characters. So what we do is we display a warning if you would hit the limit of sprint name length with the PI name you've chosen. So for example, in this case, you will get a character limit of 15 characters because the team project keys have a specific length. This will be calculated. This, for example, is a solution. On a solution project, you create multiple planning intervals. And here the character limit is 15. For example, if you're on some art where there are shorter team project keys, the limit might be more, like 17 in this case. And this is also only a warning, so you will always be able to enter any name you want, even if it's longer than this limit. But keep in mind, then the sprint names will be truncated. And you would have to manually fix them if you want. This is going to be released in 3.71, which was going to be released in the next couple of days, I think, within this week, I would say. Next up are some bug fixes we are also going to release with 3.71. The first one is that when you would set a custom dependency link in our Agile Hive settings, you can select your own link type for dependency links. If you would have defined such a custom link, there was a problem with the dependency lines on breakout board and roadmap. they would have not been displayed for you. We fixed that, and the fix is going to be released in 3.71. Next one is a JavaScript error, which occurred when you entered an invalid value in the date fields of create or edit PI. This is something you would probably not even notice because it's only in the browser console, but this could lead to problems if you would have the create or edit PI mask open a longer time. So we just fixed that because, yeah, because it's an error. Yeah, release in 3.71. The next one is a null pointer exception, which occurred for some customers when something at the safe level of art projects or the safe level of art project from PIs would have been null. We fixed that and also implemented some more safety checks for inconsistent safe level data if there is something. Yeah. And the last one for 3.71 is also a JavaScript error with custom epic panel. If you would reorder issues on the custom epic panel, I think it was only with specific newer Jira versions, then there would occur some big JavaScript error. If you encountered this error, we will fix this with 3.71. And then it will not occur anymore, and ordering works as intended. The next one is started as a bug fix, is kind of an improvement right now. We adjusted the feature filter on the breakout board, and the bug was that the feature filter was not applied to collapse teams. As you might recall, we in the past we released performance optimizations on the breakout board, where we would only load teams specifically when you open them, and only initially load the primary team you opened. This led to the feature filter not working for collapsed teams. To fix that, we implemented that whenever you select features, and you can select multiple features now, whenever you select a feature or multiple features, they are now applied to your JQL, which also lets you change the JQL however you want after applying the feature filter, for example. And this is also currently in pull request as the other things for 3.72, and will also be released with 3.72. The last one is an enabler. We also had some security topics. As you might know, Zybert is currently in the process of being ISO certified. And I think we're on the finish line right now. And this leads to some things we have to do for Agile Hive also. We have half-yearly risk analysis for Agile Hive, and sometimes there are things we want to do. For example, in the past 4 weeks, we added a vulnerability scanner to our development pipeline to address potential issues before we release them into the public. So this was a quick overview of what we have been up to in the last 4 weeks. Do you have any questions regarding those? Okay, this is not the case. We will look at the current PI. Our PI is currently in the last iteration, the IP iteration. So it will be ending on 10th of November. The next review will about the next PI. So you will probably see or get some information what the next features will be in the next review. Oh, there's a question regarding multi-hive. I will quickly answer that. To move a project hierarchy to a new hive, every project has to be unlinked first, and the whole hierarchy has to build project by project in a new hive. Does this lead to data loss running PI's sprints? I would have to think about it. If you keep the whole child project structure, like if you, for example, take an art level project and all of its teams and move it into an essential hive, for example, I think there should be no problem. Yeah, but it could be if you change team structure, it could be. You would like to remove solution trains or solution trains plus portfolio. So essentially what I said, you want to move something into an essential hive, right? The project we remove are empty. Yeah, if you didn't use the solution and portfolio projects before, I think you're quite fine. I would suggest testing it on a test system, trying it out, but I have there's nothing coming to my mind which would be which could lead to problems if you just move the projects to a different hive, but keep the structure as it is. Second question. Is there any plan to set up external art dependencies in a similar way like on team layer? Is there any plan to set up external art dependencies in a similar way like on team layer? You mean like shared service projects, probably?
Hi, Stefan here. Sorry. I just mean on team layer, you have a really nice way to connect and to set up or to edit dependencies in an art. Yeah. But if you have the case that you have some external dependencies to a different kind of art, you guys implemented like to set up on start date, due date, and then you will see external teams on the team report side.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. And is there any plan to do it in another way? Because like now, it's pretty challenging to explain over 100 people to set up external art dependencies and how to do it. It's like a bit challenging.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think we talked about this already, right? I remember. I think there are no plans in the backlog right now. But I would say file a support ticket for it, and we take a feature request for it, and we will discuss it with Michael when he comes back.
Okay, great, thank you.
And the second question, the open issues is some kind of mirror of the backlog, but it seems it's not synced. Is there also a plan to sync the backlog of Jira with your unplanned issues? This should be mirror. This should mirror your backlog. The unplanned issues are all issues which are currently not assigned to parents in this PI, for example, or in this PI at all. What do you mean by out of sync? What don't you see there?
It's just like I realized that some user stories, and maybe it's because what you mentioned, that some user stories are not in the unplanned issues section, yeah, which they are in the backlog. No? That means sometimes I have more user stories in the backlog. They are not in the unplanned issues section on Agile Hive side because of reason, and sometimes I can't, realize why.
I would say I don't know why right now from the bat, but I would say also for this, please open a ticket and we will look into it. Maybe we do some quick call and discuss this.
Okay.
Probably easiest.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm going to meet you again, Stefan. All right. So back to the PI, we are currently finishing. What we did release this PI is, as you already know, multi-hive, and also the use of quick filters from primary boards in our JQL filters. We also released the possibility to use JQL within our reports, so filter or overview component with JQL. Expanding and collecting all issues in overview component is also working and already released. Overview component header stays visible when scrolling. This is was probably mandatory for this new features. It's also released, and currently in the process of being released is the toggle parents and overview component. We already discussed this in the last review, so you will be able to hide the parents of your issues in the next release, which, as I said, is going to be released within this week. So we'll be able to update and use this feature. What we will also release, probably not in this PI or maybe towards the end of the PI in 372, is the ordering of JQL on the reports, as I stated earlier. And what we also did, but I did not mention as of now, is that we prepared some things to make Agile Hive Jira 10 compatible. There's also still stuff missing from Atlassian's side, so we are in the process of doing this. The first groundwork is done to be able to be compatible to Jira 10, but we will probably not achieve full compatibility, probably we will not achieve full compatibility in this PI, and we'll have to do some things in the next one. And what we did not do in this PI is extending our test pipeline. Right, that's it from the PI. Yeah, if there's still some questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And if not, thank you for participating. Please rate us and follow us and give us a like. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video by Agile Hive. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you have any questions or feedback, leave them in the comments below. You can also take a look at our most recent videos by clicking here. If you don't want to miss any of our upcoming videos, subscribe to our channel by clicking here. And don't forget to visit our website for further information at agile-hive.com.